Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to be talking about the new Bobbi Brown shadow sticks. These, it's not a new formula, they're just new shades. And so the three that I picked up was Opal Shimmer, Periwinkle Multichrome, and Sunset Rose Multichrome. This is what the packaging looks like, so make sure that you are paying attention to the name and to the packaging so you know when you're purchasing that you're purchasing the new shades. Again, those shades are Opal Shimmer, Periwinkle Multichrome, and Sunset Multichrome. Okay, Sunset Rose, I'm sorry, Multichrome. Okay, and everything that I have on my face I will be linking in the description box below, but I also did a shorts kind of telling you what I had on my face with the exception of what's on my lips. And I get this question a lot. I will also leave that in the description box below, but this is the current combination I'm wearing on my lips. I am wearing the Merit Signature lipstick in the color Baby. And for those of you who don't know, this is my favorite shade in the entire line. Like if I only could pick one shade, it would be Baby, and I'm almost out of it. So that would definitely be something I will be restocking. And the Summer Fridays Lip Butter Balm in Birthday Cake. This is a new shade of theirs and it has like shimmer in it, but it is a light pink. And so I have these two layered on today for the purpose of this video. And for those of you who don't feel like reading the description box below, what I will have as mascara would be the YSL Lash Primer, the Monsieur Big Lash from Lancome. I would have the Kosas Brow Pencil on my brows in the color, I think it's soft brown. No, in the color medium brown. And the Kosas Clear Brow Gel. I mean, I just love the packaging of Kosas products. Anybody else, doesn't it bring you joy? Brings you joy. All right, let's get started. So I want to go ahead and start off with some swatches for these shades. I picked them up because you know that I panned my incandescent color from Bobbi Brown, and we all love that shade. So when she came out with these like multi-chromes, I was like, I need to have those because I know I'm gonna get a lot of use out of them. These are what the sticks look like. So even the packaging of these is different. It's not in the traditional black color that she has most of her vessels in. And I love this because it makes it super easy for me to find, especially as somebody who has quite a few shadow sticks. I can automatically know by their color which ones are the multi-chromes. I'm going to start off by showing you my favorite shade, which is the Periwinkle shade. And it is this beautiful, by the way, for those of you who are unfamiliar, it's just a regular shadow stick. I find that Bobbi Brown has one of the best shadow sticks formula. So here is Periwinkle. As someone who's riding that lilac train really hard this season, this is the perfect multi-chrome lilac shade. You can wear it alone or as a topper. I use these both ways. I use them as toppers, I use them on their own. So when I tell you that I pan these like water, I do. I use them a lot. Next, I want to show you the color Opal. And this one reminds me a lot of Moonstone, but I feel like this has more of a pinky undertone. And I'm going to compare this color on a shorts to the Chanel Blanc shade, that single shade that I have. I'm gonna do a little shorts comparing those two. And then last but not least, we have Sunset Rose. Now this one says that it's a multi-chrome, but to be quite honest, out of all the three shades, this is the one that I find is the least multi-chrome in nature. So you can see, to me, it just looks like a regular middle of the road rose gold kind of shade with like a bronzy pink undertone. So if you're really looking for that multi-chrome effect, I would skip out on Sunset Rose, because I feel like doesn't really live up to its multi-chrome effect. All right, now let's go ahead and apply these to the eyes. Obviously, we're gonna start off with my favorite shade, which is Periwinkle, and we're gonna apply this all over the lid. Okay, so here we have that Periwinkle shade all over the eyes. And as you can see, it's a very shade shifting color. It can be worn alone. It can be worn as a topper. This formula, if you guys are not familiar with it, does not budge. It is very well made. It's not gonna crease. I live in Florida where the humidity level is very high most of the year. I have combination to oily skin. No, it's amazing. This formula is really, really good, and I recommend it to pretty much anybody who asks me if they should buy these shadow sticks. So let's go ahead and try on Opal. Okay, my skin is already irritated, so if it's okay with you guys, the last two colors I have, I'm going to apply one to one eye and one to the other, so you can get the gist, because I promise you that if I wash my face a third time to redo this whole situation, my skin might fall off. Okay, all right. So these are super easy to apply. You just go over it. They're pretty much goof proof. That's how quick it is. And then if you have like any kind of streaks or patchiness due to whatever primer you put on, you can just use a brush to tap or your finger. But I find these super easy to use. Now let's apply Sunset Rose. They glide over the lid. There's no tugging. It doesn't settle into fine lines. It dries fairly quickly, so if you want to do any kind of blending, I would work one eye at a time. But it's a really good formula. And I'm just using like an old Bareminerals brush that I have that's called the full tapered shadow brush, and I kind of just do it to soften up the edges. But as you can see, I don't find that Sunset Rose has any kind of multi-chrome effect happening to it. Like for example, Opal has like a shift of pink, yellow, rose gold, white. There's a lot happening there. So let's apply some mascara and brow gel, and I'll be right back. So here we have the final look. So on this side we have Opal. I got a little bit of mascara on my lid, so sorry about that. And then we have Sunset Rose on this eye. Again, my favorite color is the Periwinkle color, so if you're asking me if I could choose one out of the three, it would be the Periwinkle. And Opal, honestly, if I would have known it was going to be so similar to the Chanel Single Shadow that I'm going to show you right now, I would have skipped on this one as well. So let me go ahead and do a comparison swatch between Opal and that Single Shadow shade that I have from Chanel. Anybody else stay like fully caffeinated all day? Yeah, I didn't used to be this way. When I became a mom, I just feel like I'm always tired, and coffee is what gets me through. Okay, just want you to know I've lived an entire like day before even sitting down to film this with you guys. So all right, here we have that Chanel shade in the color 220 Blanc Perle. And I know the camera's not gonna pick this up because I don't know if you guys are aware, but cameras have a really hard time focusing on white shades. So I'm glad that I swatched these side by side because they are not as similar as I thought. I mean, they're similar, but it's depending on what kind of undertone you want. I also pulled out my REM Beauty Lab Coat color because I thought that this would also be a beautiful, I thought this would also be a really good comparison swatch. So here we have it on the back of my hand. And so I put the Bobbi Brown opal color right in the center, and as you can see, they are similar but not the same. So the Chanel one is right here, and it has a much more pinky purple undertone, versus the Bobbi Brown one is much more sheer in tone, and it has much more of a white base to it than a pink purpley shift. And then Lab Coat I feel is the most opaque out of the three, but Lab Coat is a color that you can build up to as much as you want. So I obviously build it up this much for the purpose of these swatches, but you can really actually just apply a very light layer of this, and it'll look much more like the Bobbi Brown one. And then I find that the Chanel one is the most seamless out of all of them. It really just depends what kind of undertone you're going for. Now I find that if you have the Chanel one, then you kind of don't need the REM one, and vice versa, because I find that out of these three, the Chanel and the REM one are the most similar in tone. So it's really up to you. If you have either one of these shades, just stick with that. You can skip the other two colors. It's not something that it's a must or need to have in your collection. Let's apply the REM one just for the purpose of this video as a light layer, because I want you guys to see how nicely this can blend out. And all three of these formulas, by the way, are budge proof. They're not going to crease on you. They will last all day. But as you can see, the REM one can be sheared out. You have the opportunity to apply as much or as little as you want. You guys see that? Now I'm gonna go in with a little bit more so you can see what I'm talking about. I find that these REM liquid shadows are so underrated. I don't hear a lot of people talking about them, but they're really amazing. And that's with a second layer, so you can really shear it out to as much as you want. I didn't bother pulling out Fembot because Fembot is a completely different color than what we're looking at here. So I hope this video was helpful. Leave me any comments down below, any additional comparison swatches you want me to do. I will go ahead and do that for you guys. As always, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate your time. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, and if you like this video, don't forget to give it a like and don't forget to subscribe. I have a couple of affiliate links on the bottom. Should you choose to use those, I'm eternally grateful for your love and your support. Thank you so much, you guys, and see you next time. Bye.